I stopped using a yoga mat for my online hot yoga class. That was in preparation for the Sonoma Plein Air Festival. A chance to redeem myself from what happened last year. So I'm always like stopping and like looking, like I like that. And when I'm looking, I always wonder what people are thinking about me, because I'm always like this random guy pulling up in a black truck just like looking.
That's my finding a painting face. More about that later. I need to find a scene. But not just any scene. I need one that best represents Sonoma and wins the hearts of all the people. Last year, I didn't sell my painting and I had to walk out of there with it. This year, I'm trying to get picked for the Artist Choice Award and sell my competition piece to somebody in this crowd, or I might not get invited back. Welcome to the video.
Artists are checking in downtown Sonoma.
It's Saturday on a warm September morning for the opening day of the Sonoma Plein Air Festival.
All right, check-in complete.
So I didn't want to get stuck driving around town all day looking for the perfect scene, so I just set up my easel and just started painting. I'm really liking the coziness of this cluster. This cluster of happy people in the morning downtown Sonoma having coffee, telling some stories. And they're moving a lot, but I'm catching the key fundamentals, the principles of like a blue shirt, for example, maybe some skin tones, a coffee cup, the flat plane of that table. So when I stand back, it'll read. But wait, that gentleman is wearing a vest, not a shirt. You said shirt. That's all right. I don't want to have to worry if it's a vest or a shirt. I just want to know that it's blue and cool this painting down a bit. I think I will paint a figure right here. Take the pressure off that group, just a little, and lead the eye back through the painting with some tertiary figures in the background.
It's just kind of like putting a puzzle together.
The light comes out, and I catch that little beam of light coming in on the sidewalk.
It's really cool just driving around town and seeing a bunch of painters everywhere. What's also cool is these clouds.
Like most of my paintings, I tone it orange. I'll be working on a bit of a moist surface. I'm working with Gamsol and oil paint. In this beautiful vineyard, I plan to just paint this thing and make it up kind of as I go, with using the basics of what's in front of me. Clouds, sky, distance. I'm going to make the painting about this. Hopefully there'll be some shadows coming in across this vineyard soon, but I'll be honest, I still don't know what I'm going to do with this road yet. As I block it all in, notice how I'm dedicating most of it to the sky. That's the story I'm trying to tell here, with this big gob of cold wax. I'm being an impressionist. I'm painting thick and just messing it up wonderfully as I go. Important to note, however, that these mess-ups, aren't they life itself? I mean, I'm just copying what's right in front of me. And my little imperfections are allowed to breathe through when I do this from life.
Sometimes I wonder if a plein air event will influence my style or how I paint. So I just gotta let that go and let them worry about my style. I just want to paint.
And while everyone else is deciding about my style, I'm already out having a ball on another piece. But this is actually easier said than done. At these competitions, it's easy to have a lot of pressure and to sell it. So the hard part really is to stay loose and just artistically curious with that kind of pressure.
Yeah, this road's bugging me. And the mission was to dedicate this painting to the sky, not this road.
We're expanding the size of this vineyard.
The best thing I can do to support my sky is to make the ground without a car or a cement road mid-afternoon.
I go absolutely wild on this thing. Punching back. It wasn't working before, so I decided that, well, this painting and this scene is about these beautiful shadows that come to dance across this field. And now, just fresh off renewing my artistic license, I just remember to have fun, and I'm allowed to create my own little world here. This atmosphere's perspective is going to help create depth in my piece. Not going to lie, I am fighting my piece. I'm scraping it down, and I'm just working it. Lots going on here. There's certain things I honestly could have just maybe left, and these flies are bugging me, but I remember my training. My eyes are growing tired.
A whole battalion of bugs now.
I've been here for a while. About an hour and a half. I start painting straight out the tube. This painting needs more pop. I want to catch the feel of light on those clouds and the shadow in that field. I darken the blue to enhance the contrast. But it's missing something. Maybe a little red barn out there. Yeah, a little speck of red out in a field of green like this never hurt. And on my way to an artist party, I remember my submission from last year that didn't sell. And no, it wasn't my face. Only the merit of my work was to blame. That was a walk of shame that night, walking back with my piece. I can't let that happen again.
So there's an artist party here, kind of like an opening reception type of thing, and I'm just covered in paint right now. I did not wear anything fancy.
Yep, should have brought a nicer shirt. But look at these snacks. Here's my competition.
I try to eat all their food, and I definitely don't talk to them.
I stay focused on the landscape. I'm not here to party. I'm here to paint. Could this be the one I submit? At the end of the week? That's when I'll be ready to party. For now, I need to keep my focus. I'm in fierce competition. I go look for a nocturne to paint, but I'm getting tired. So I crash at my mom's. That night, I was taken by a dream.
I was out painting down the road, and then out of nowhere this horse shows up, and I was excited to paint it. Yes, it was a painted horse. But then this witch shows up out of nowhere and puts a spell on my painting, changing it completely. I ended up having to submit that for judging again and again. No one wanted it. This would somehow lead to me getting counseling,
And that's when I started eating ice cream and expressing myself unfavorably on podcasts. Not selling my painting that night had a big effect on me.
That was a really difficult low moment for me. I hit my lowest of lows, and then it's hard not to.
I developed an ice cream problem.
and then the day came where my daughter took the last drumstick. I decided to talk to someone. Counseling wasn't easy, but it was necessary.
I cared too much about not selling my paintings in front of all my friends.
It actually wasn't until I started trimming my mustache that I started to see real improvement.
Quitting ice cream was hard, and so was controlling myself online. But I eventually closed the freezer, grabbed my brush. I hired an online mustache coach, and I started taking vitamin C. In no way am I sponsored by vitamin C or oranges or anything like that. I'm just saying. I did sit-ups with seals on a dock. I even gave online hot yoga a try. And having ice cream in the house is no longer a problem.
All right, so maybe none of that happened, and like I got over that like the next day and just moved on with my life.
You guys subscribe if you actually thought I was doing hot yoga, okay? You gotta like and comment on this video too. What's up?
But it does sting. It does feel like I'm waking up from a bad dream or something if I don't sell my piece at a reception. I might not get invited back, you guys, if I don't do good at these things. So it's important that I sell. And in the rest of this video, I'm gonna start showing you what I look for and just how to raise my odds for success at these plein air events, because I got 2 kids and I want to keep my dream not only just alive, but thriving.
The next morning at my mom's, I fed the blue jay. Blue's my favorite color. I'm really digging this cold wax. So one little trick that goes wildly unused by many artists is the focal point. Now, if I want to increase my chances to sell this piece and take the pressure off just all these trees and bushes and buildings, that's going to be a focal point. Something in my painting, whether that be a dog or someone sitting on this bench or just a bro. A focal point helps, especially if you're new to painting. You only have to get the other subjects in the painting somewhat right. And this guy sitting on that bench, I'll have to come back to this.
Here comes the rain, so I'm gonna take a break. Damn. So just remember that, this is gonna help. Just remember, simplify the scene and just look at that scene and say, what can I leave out and what can I mass into a big shape? Leaves are a big one. The quick draw just started downtown. It's the farmer's market. We have 2 hours to complete our best painting, and we're kind of trying to bring it in there and hopefully sell at the end of this thing. So wish me luck.
This is one of my favorite spots. I painted it last year. And this year, it's kind of a cloudy day. I still have 2 hours to do it. I'm liking the way these trees kind of box you in on the right side. I'll need to do something like that to the left. It's got a coziness to it. But all of the food carts and umbrellas, they're still not up yet. So I kind of mass in the shapes while still not knowing what I'm going to focus on yet. And yes, I'm definitely getting a burrito soon. I'm hungry. 2 hours seems like a short amount of time. Ooh, quick draw, right? But in reality, I only need about an hour and a half. So I'm patient up front. And hopefully, I'll be able to step from this before the buzzer goes off. Long before the buzzer goes off. It's best to quit before you're finished, if you know what I mean. Quit before you're finished? What do you mean? Well, here's what I mean. Do I need to see everything in great detail, or is it just the ambiance of this place, the mood of a happy family walking, the light, the composition. These are the important things. The movement of people, the narrative of a story. That's why I'm putting this stroller with a family in here. Yeah, I'm leaning a little Hallmark with this, but for a good reason. People and paintings of people get bought by people, or something like that. All I know is that tree or that tent, that's not going to buy the painting. That brief moment of sun is something I want to hone in on and catch. In the back of my mind, I worry about making sure the people in my paintings read well, but at the forefront of what I'm doing, I am painting the light. And people are objects that catch light well. And I'm starving, and I still haven't got my burrito yet, but I'm having a ball. So many people are coming up and saying hi. This painting is creating a lot of buzz. But I've got my blinders on. Family at the farmer's market. Perhaps I'll title it that. And perhaps it's best to paint while a little on the hungry side. I'm running out of time.
I just finished this painting, and now it's time to get it in this frame. And what's that? And we just sold it.
Minutes later, we all line up our easels right in the square in hopes that someone falls in love with our piece.
So I always like to remember to try to get a good photograph of my work before it disappears forever.
But I'm not done. I'm digging this scene. So I set up my easel and have at it. I'm fueled up on the farmer market vibes. Everyone is in such a good mood here. Me too. That is what I'm trying to catch. That and the evening light coming through these trees. This is no small canvas I'm working on here. I think 36 inches wide, to be exact. But that's okay. I can always come back tomorrow and work on this more. That's why I'm trying to nail down these people while they're still here.
I just painted my absolute heart out, sold a piece, and started another one. So, support for me to go maybe to the Chocolate Cow right now and get some ice cream maybe.
But I'm still hungry. And while waiting for my burrito, I paint the taco truck.
Just thought when they're gonna hook me up, dude. Thank you. Thanks, La Bamba. La Bamba's the best.
The very next morning, I finished this piece. I had a bike in the bottom left corner.
All right, now with that painting completed, it's time to go to the community center.
加至24點
Shut up. And have some lunch. Should be good. You all know Jeffrey Allen?
No.
Jeff and I, we're just wearing the same exact outfit.
I got the La Papa.
And what fine table fare. But there's flies. That's why I brought these. I remember to sit alone, not mingle. And that's Keith Wicks. He's the founder of Sonoma Plein Air. Heard he's in France. I decided to set up downtown. I like this light and shadow happening on this sidewalk. Let's see what happens. I still can't get over how they made a cardboard cutout of Keith Wicks. I'll have to come back for this one. The day after tomorrow, I'll have to turn in my paintings. And I'm only allowed to submit one for judging. So, I test out the evening light at the Sebastiani Winery. And I got a new fan.
Oh, don't mind me.
I tried this scene again. I head downtown.
Hey, good luck.
Get 'em.
I like this sidewalk scene. Tomorrow's on my mind because it's the deadline to turn in my work. I'm thinking about last year.
I have to sell this year. It can't happen again. I won't get invited back. I let go. I focus on the light, and I put down the paint boldly. I let go of all the fear and doubt and remember to have fun. This scene's gonna work. This is a tall piece. It's different. And this year, I need different. But just to be safe, I'll paint it again on a 16 by 20. I gotta get ready.
We're giving the Blue Jays peanuts. Blue Jays they don't like salted. What? Blue Jays don't like salted peanuts. They like unsalted peanuts.
Time to get ready for the block party.
Can I get one more?
No. For heaven's sake, you ruined it. See?
More horchata, please. I need to finish these steaks. Get them all cut up and serve them to everybody. And
I can't even tell you how great it is to just gnaw on this hot, delicious beef rib while I get to look at this right here.
But like I said, I'm not here to party. I need to sign my paintings. I also need to get them in frames and take some photos of these. And ultimately decide which one I'm going to bring to competition night. Drop a comment and let me know which one I should pick. And speaking of tomorrow night, I need something to wear.
All right, time to go to the Gala. It's time to go turn in my painting.
Ooh.
Welcome to the 23rd Annual Sonoma Plein Air Festival Gala.
My biggest fears come true. Everyone's work is absolutely stunning. No, I'm kidding. Well, I do seem competitive. One of my favorite parts about these plein air events is seeing the work that everyone produces. And here's mine. I decided to submit this one. I thought it fit that wall well. But no one's bid on it yet. My palms are a bit sweaty. I'm anticipating, hopefully, a sale tonight. But I feel like I'm being watched. But it's heavy on my mind. Is someone in this crowd gonna pick my painting? I felt a familiar fear creep up under my seat as they announced the sales. Luckily, someone bought my painting.
Really happy my painting sold. Not too happy on this dessert, honestly, but I'm really looking forward to showing my work downtown tomorrow. Paul took the championship last night with the Artist Choice Award. Congratulations, Paul. You got anything you want to say about your big win?
Just thank you to everybody. It means the world to me coming from all you guys.
I left the part out where I voted for myself last night.
Digging this piece right here by my friend Scott. Scott?
Hey,
man.
Ryan. Thanks, buddy. Yeah. It was just a little spot off road that I could get, and I just loved all these lines drawing me into that focal point and all the interesting shapes and diagonals of the vineyards beyond. And I just thought it worked. I had to move a few things around, change sizes and so forth.
I love it. My boy Richard here, this is just amazing work.
Just like you,
Yeah.
big fan.
All watercolors, right?
Yeah, watercolor.
Cool, man. You having some sales today?
I have 4. I'm so blessed this morning. So.
More than me.
On the drive home, while stuffing my face with the burrito, I thought about my work. And I just can't help but notice the similarities between last year's and this year's painting. Why do I always do this? But there is a major difference between them,
And yes, it's nice to get paid. In short, no one cared about a walk under a eucalyptus tree. And that's why I titled this, A Walk to the Pub. Thanks for watching Painting with Ryan.